So the second race of the day, now about to get going. Senior Road Tax, Heat 2, Groups C versus D. Let's have a look at the starting grid for this one. So 32 drivers about to go into battle. Mark Kimber will lead them away from pole position ahead of Teresa Babičková from the Czech Republic, followed with sister Eliska Babičková. Lewis Gilbert, who was actually dropped 3 places, as I mentioned earlier on, due to a front fairing penalty. Max Demedink and Aaron Walker round out the top 6 ahead of Danny Prince and reigning and defending champion Sean Butcher. The 301, who runs under a British licence, is actually of Australian descent and now is located currently in London. Christian de Klein and Patrick Rundqvist round out the top 10, with Wout Kirstens and Patrick Slok-Mellis rounding out the top 6 row. Lars Zanen and Nicolas Picot, that's row 7. Gilles Chloé and Danny van Ruyten, that's row 8. Sem van Thiel, Dylan Lahaye, Lester Ellenkamp and Yash Ramjankan round out the top 20, completing the 32 strong. It is Devin Sagadi, Jody van der Eyck, Mario Sidler, Vilgot Edquist, Bart de Wit, Scott Westhovens, Remco Ban, Vincent van Kerkhoffen, Julien Hache, Luca Costa, Antoine Antier and Tern Schmidt. That's your 32 strong grid for this 7 minutes plus 1 additional lap race heat. And I've already seen that there have been 5 front fairing penalties confirmed by scrutineering about from the first heat. So we saw 40 plus from the seniors at the kickoff 2 weeks ago. I'm wondering how many we're going to see this weekend here, as the sun really starting to beat down here at the home of champions. So it's Kimber, Teresa and Eliska Babičková, Lewis Gilbert, Max Demedink, Aaron Walker, Danny Prince, Sean Butcher, Christian de Klein and Patrick Rundqvist. That is your top 10. So the drivers get themselves steeled and ready. The red lights are on the starting gantry here at the home of champions. Race 2 of the meeting, Senior Road Tax, C versus D. Into the tram lines they go. Are we ready? Are we steady? And we are off and away and racing. Kimber gets a great start as it's nearly 3 abreast. Gilbert trying to go around the outside of everybody through turn 2. You can use the runoff area for the first lap only. If it's 2 wheels out of the side of the tram lines, it's going to be a 3-second penalty, as Sean Butcher has had a rocket ship start as all. Now someone went flying backwards coming into turn numbers 4 and 5. That was the 366, I believe, possibly. Well, I could make it out with a 3 and a 6, but we'll find out very, very soon. That was Wout Kirstens that was backwards going through at a huge rate of knots. But at the moment, we're about to find out who is in the lead. It looks like Mark Kimber is leading the way ahead of the Babičkovas, as there's quite a few moves up and down the order. Watch who's behind them. As now Kimber, as Eliska Babičková has got ahead of Teresa, and Sean Butcher now up into 4th place. Gilbert up to 5th. Aaron Walker in 6th position. So that makes 2 different nationalities in the top 6. As there goes, I think that is Dylan, that possibly was Dylan Lahaye up the inside for position. Dylan Lahaye currently in 12th position. Well, that will make it possibly 11th if that was Danny van Ruyten he's just passed. As now Butcher going for 3rd place up the inside of Babičková. Teresa Babičková going through into turn 9. So the defending champion looking to get on the best foot forward possible. But Mark Kimber still leads. Eliska Babičková rounds out the top 2. Sean Butcher. There goes Gilbert up the inside of Teresa Babičková. So the dual ride diamond shines once again. As now the lead changes. And that's Teresa Babičková that has gone up the inside as Eliska's got dropping down the order. She's just been passed by not just one, make that 2 carts. And the one that was behind Aaron Walker was Max Demedink. As now Teresa Babičková hits the front of the field. Lewis Gilbert has got his way past Sean Butcher for 3rd position as Mark Kimber rounds out the top 2. Rounding out the top 10, Patrick Rundqvist up into 9th past Slok-Mellis from Latvia. 4.5 minutes to go. Now we thought that the first one was going to be rather spicy. This one has got some sort of real punch behind it in terms of spiciness stakes, because you can't really separate those at the front of the field. And when you're looking at that, that's got Lars Zane at the back end of that train, and that's 13 carts that are in contention for the lead. Oh, bit of side pod rubbing. Oh my goodness me. Now that was possibly Patrick Rundqvist getting his elbows out with the likes of maybe Danny Prince. So this is where things really get interesting, because now Lewis Gilbert, I think he's got past Mark Kimber down the Europelan. That is the case. Lewis Gilbert up into second position. Kimber down to third. Butcher fourth. Walker now fifth. Stemerdink, Eliska Babichkova, Danny Prince, Patrick Rundqvist and Dylan LaHaye. Now LaHaye has actually got past. I think that is Rundqvist he's got past, and now he's closing in on Danny Prince, the 2019 champion, showcasing his savoir-faire around here at Genk. He's now in his 8th season with the team at GKS. So Gilbert has hit the front of the field. He's got past Teresa Babichkova. Kimber up the inside of the 369 from the Czech Republic and gets back into second position. Meanwhile, Aaron Walker closing on Sean Butcher. That's for 4th and 5th. Max Stemerdink completing the top 6 as Kimber. That is Butcher that's got past Mark Kimber there for 3rd position. Well, that's Teresa Babichkova that he's got past. So the changes at the front of the field are so quick, even my eyes aren't keeping up with them. That was Walker scything his way up the inside of Babichkova, going through into turn 9 there. So elbows well and truly out. This is an ultra competitive field. I was kind of expecting it, as there is disaster. That is the 310 of Mario Sidler from Switzerland, who now knows that he's got to park that thing, and I think he's going to pull it into the pit lane imminently, as now Max Stemerdink has got himself up into 4th position ahead of Aaron Walker, as Lewis Gilbert continues to lead. Mark Kimber in 2nd, Sean Butcher in 3rd. Aaron Walker keeping himself in 5th. Well, he's in 5th position, and he's got Teresa Babichkova as Dylan LaHaye gets his way past Eliska Babichkova, going through into turn number 7 off of the Europalan. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go, plus an additional lap. Nothing quite yet decided. This is a lot closer than the first heat earlier on, and if this is anything to go by in senior road sacks, we are in for one hell of a racing weekend. Top 3 were covered by just under 6/10. Lewis Gilbert leads going on to lap 7. Gap now slightly down to just over 5.2 tenths of a second, as there is another move there. Walker back past Stemerdink, and that is for 4th position. And then the 369 of Teresa Babichkova, Dylan LaHaye, Eliska Babichkova and Patrick Rundqvist and Danny Prince. They round out the top 10 positions. That's a beautiful move there. Beautiful move. That was from Teresa Babichkova up the inside of Max Stemerdink, and there goes steamrolling up the inside through the right-hand sweeper at turn 8. Well, that was a great move once again from 2019 Senior Road Sacks champion Dylan LaHaye. Still very much even Stevens. It's a bit of a stalemate, bit of it seems like things have slightly calmed down, because what they're trying to do is secure the necessary points to keep themselves in the top 30. And so Lewis Gilbert goes on to the penultimate lap, still leading the race after a dynamite set of overtakes in the early stages. So the Scotsman, based out of Dorey in Ayrshire, the Dorey Diamond, as he's more commonly known in karting circles and through his friends and family as well. Mark Kimber still rounding out the top 2. Sean Butcher, the defending champion, in P3. Aaron Walker in 4th. Teresa Babichkova in 5th. Dylan LaHaye rounding out the top 6. We're now on to very shortly what's going to be the 9th and final lap of this 7-minute plus an additional lap race. So this is where things also get really interesting, because you don't know what's going to happen behind the top 3, because there are still positions to be decided. Lewis Gilbert brings them on to the final lap of the race. Mark Kimber and Sean Butcher round at the top 3. Aaron Walker has closed in and has brought with him Teresa Babichkova Dylan LaHaye isn't too far away, but there's not enough time for him to possibly mount some sort of offensive on Teresa Babičková, but he's got to keep ahead of Max Stemerdink, Eliska Babičková, Patrick Rundqvist and Danny Prince as the leaders make their way through turn 7 and 8 for the final time. So a good start. So Callum Bradshaw picks up a heat victory. This time it will be Lewis Gilbert that makes it 2 different winners out of 2 different heats this weekend so far, as there was a bit of a last gasp manoeuvre, I think, there from Patrick Rundqvist, and it looks like he got past Eliska Babičková, not too sure, but they are about to cross the line. Gilbert takes the heat victory ahead of Mark Kimber. Sean Butcher in P3. Walker, Teresa Babičková rounds out the top 5. Dylan LaHaye in 6. And Teresa Babičková on the penultimate lap of the race secured the fastest lap of anybody. Dylan LaHaye, Max Stemerdink, Danny Prince, Eliska Babičková and Danny Van Ruyten rounds out the top 10. But a good start for the Dual Diamond, Lewis Gilbert, to take the victory by just over 0.4 of a second. From 11th downwards, it's Patrick Slokmelis from Latvia, Patrick Rundqvist, Lara Zainen, Nikola Pico, Christian de Klein, who rounds out the top 15 drivers. Vilgot Edqvist, Sem van Thiel, Lester Ellenkamp, Yashram Jankan and Jordi van der Eyck round out the top 20. Gilles Clouet from Belgium in 21st. Bart de Wit, Vincent van Kerkhoven, Devin Sagardi from Estonia, Luca Koster from Germany in 25th position ahead of Wout Kirstens, Julien Hache, Antoine Antier, Tern Schmidt, who actually celebrates his birthday, I believe, today. So many happy returns to him in the 367. Remco Baan, Mario Sidler and Scott Westhovens round out the 32 strong.